Hey guys, this is Juno and welcome back to another Summoner's War video. Before we get into today's Siege content, I have some things to talk about regarding the last Siege video where I showed the counters for the Conrad defense that I have up. I still have that defense up because there was a very good comment that I got that I felt like I wanted to share. So I do think I'll be keeping that defense up for a little longer and see if there's any performance difference because I did make a change after I read this comment. I know there's also a lot of people that added their own counters to this defense, so that's great. Again, I know that this defense has been out for a while now. I did say I was late to the party. The only reason I was making this defense is because one, I thought my guild was running it, and two, I have been seeing it a lot in G1 and G2. So for people that comment, you're a few months late, I know. A nice counters that people pointed out. Sadly, I don't use them. I think a cool one was this one by Lele. The counter he uses is Ayunu, Water Robo, and Agar. He said the shield keeps everybody at 100% HP, making Conrad AI always target the leftmost unit, which is Ayunu. So when the Ayunu dies, Ayunu comes back, Oblivion on the Kinky, and then the cleanup, right? I thought this was actually a very nice counter. I think it deals with actually pretty much both variances, the Via variants or the Spare variants, whichever you want, the more conventional variants of that team, and also the Swift variant. So guys, if you guys see my defense, because mine has changed, try using this and get some wins. There's also some other ones, Skogul, Chloe, Kali. I'm guessing here the Chloe or Kali goes first and puts invincibility, because if not, then somebody's gonna die. For sure. If they get outsped, somebody is dying. There's a person that said replace the Kinky with Talasha in the defense. She must be fast and tanky. The swap will happen no matter what. And the enemy will lose one unit. This is interesting. If anybody has experience with this, please put in the comment below. I actually don't want to build it myself. But I feel like it should be easy to counter. Let's say we go with the Miang variants. If we go to Miang variants and move first, we kill off one unit. Let's say the Conrad. So that's when the Talasha uses skill 3 on Conrad. So Conrad will come back, use the swap, and then the Robo moves, I guess. This other person said he uses 2 variants of comps. The Carbine Rama goes Talasha. So I guess this isn't an outspeeding run, right? So Talasha goes first, gives the turn to Ramagos with 0 HP, and then it kills off a unit. Or Magnum Ramagos Talasha, pretty much the same thing. Yeah, Talasha on the fastest Swift will set. If you outspeed, go Talasha S3 to Ramagos, Ramagos nukes Conrad, Robo explode, Carbine or Magnum gets the attack bar, and Sniper moves to kill the Robo because it goes through the invincibility, right, that it has, and then wait for the cooldowns to new Kinky. This is actually a really nice one too. It does rely on it outspeeding though, so if you get outsped, then GG. This most recent comment, he said there are better counters and even F2P against it. The thing is, the counters I've showed is F2P. Wow, 2 counters only, that's not much. Oh, I mean, people are putting their own counters too, so that's good. I can see why these other counters also might not work. I think the safest is Lele's. I think that's the safest one. The Skogul one, I think, also needs to outspeed. If not, it will lose. I did make the change. I'm going to show this to you right now. What I've done is made sure that the Robo and Conrad are tuned. So you guys all knew that this was a trap. So mine's on Swift. It got faster. I did make some changes. So it's a little faster now on 311 speed. And then we also have a Conrad that's a slightly slower on 308 speed. So that's the tuning that I went with because this will 100% counter my Delphoid variants of the counter. I'll show you guys that right now. So in this case, if you go in, the Robo goes first, boom. Then the Conrad moves to trade, and then the Kinky kills. In this case, we can't win anymore, right? I also had to make a change on Kinky. I had to make it slightly faster. I had to add like 8 to 10 more speed, so that with the boost from Conrad, it takes the next turn. So those are the few changes I made on this team. Let's see if it does differently. Right now, the defense log shows a 1-4. Let's see if I get some more positive win rate. Right now it's at 25%, so let's see if the percentage changes. Now today I'm going to be making a different defense. So before we go on, let's look at the others. So my Irene defense is doing pretty well. It's on the positive 17-14. And then this also, the Mimir defense is also doing decently well, 4-5. What do I want to add this time? This is also an outdated one, but we do see it sometimes. There is also a known counter to this defense. If you guys watch Izurba, I think it's Izurba Gaming, he dealt with this defense a lot in G3. There you go. After making it, I'll try to be making this. It's not level 40 yet, it's level 37, but we'll get it to work. It's all maxed. Then we have this Eshir, and then finally the Fiona. Now there are a lot of ways to make this defense, and that's why these defenses were once meta, is because it could be on Swift, Vile, Despair, so on and so forth. You know, it has a fast base speed unit, so it's scary to come into it with the cleave. And if you have a guild tower that's stacked with these, it's really hard to figure out which one is which unless you start hitting them once or twice, right? But knowing that, let's see what we'll be doing. Sadly, right now, my Fiona's not fully skilled up. I really want the skill list for this. Let's just go check that out before I continue, because that's actually pretty big. If I don't get it, then oh well. I have a mediocre defense that's currently up, but that is what it is, because I can't summon. There's a lot of okay, wait, is that the that's the collab version. Oh, there you go. Okay, there's one more. Can I get one? Oh, I can't, damn it, because those are nat 5s. Come on, skill 2. Yes, okay, that's the biggest. So I think I'm going to be making this Swift or Vile. No, I'm gonna make this Despair, Vile. I think that's how I'm gonna do it. I'm not gonna make it a Swift trap, because I think my Swift runes are being occupied by this, and also by, actually, maybe I do have a Swift set that's left over that I could put on maybe the Fiona. So I'll be back with the changes and show you guys the builds. Okay, I am done reruning the defense. While reruning it, I thought of various ways that I wanted to do this. I initially thought that I'll do Swift on Fiona, but it kind of didn't make sense, because even if Fiona goes first, I'll have to really tune this team well so that the other moves, because there's no attack bar boost. It's not like hard, because Eshir, as you guys all know, have decent speed, but Deborah doesn't. And I really wanted Deborah to go in front of Eshir. And if I want to do that on the Vile set, it was hard, because I was looking at Swift sets that were like 320 on the Fiona, and it made no sense to make a Violent Deborah that could be tuned to that 320 Fiona. So I scraped that. But if you want to do that, there are multiple ways to do this. I think Despair, Vile, Swift on Fiona all works. Obviously on Eshir, Vile, or Swift. And finally Deborah, I think Despair or Vile, depending on your taste, both work. But I landed on the most conventional way in my mind. Obviously mine will not be the trap, because we don't have enough of it. Mine will be the most conventional way of it. But if you want to make it traps, either make a Swift Fiona or a Swift Eshir, or you can even try the triple shield on Deborah and make everything really tanky, like you could do with the Mimir defense. I'm not too sure. There should be multiple ways on building this, but I went with the conventional way. So for me, the first unit that's moving is Fiona on Despair Will. I mean, Will was just there that allowed me to build this defense. It's on crit rate, some accuracy. I'm getting 22% more on skill 3 here, so effectively 65%. That's decent, not the best, but it is there. Speed, I do want to change this to attack percent. I just don't have a gem right now, so if I do get that, this will look a lot better. I had to take this because it had 27% accuracy. I'm getting most of the accuracy there. So speed, crit rate, HP, that will do the job. Not bad, right? And then we have the Deborah going next on Violent Seal. I added a seal set just so that the opponent cannot proc as much. It's on 279, so it's 11 speed slower, which is effectively a good amount. But I'm hoping that because I did set skill 3 first, the slow lands, which allows the Deborah to move. Speed, HP, taking less damage from water. I don't know. I really don't know what the best artifact is for her. If it was on a crit rate build, definitely crit is best, because she could take advantage of the defense break that she lands. But I didn't want her to be too squishy, so I scraped that and just went with the tanky build. And then more skill to accuracy here, so effectively 64% accuracy. And then finally on the Eshir, that's going to be the main damage dealer here. When I looked at swap to make the speed tuned, it had to be around the 273 speed mark. So mine's on 272, a little slower than that. And also on a crit rate build with decent HP. A lot of additional damage on speed. I guess the attack is kind of wasted, but there's a lot of speed, HP, a lot of attack stuff, huh? If I could get something better, I just think my artifacts are really lacking. I really need to get back on farming those. It should be speed here and then HP actually. Well, HP is actually good too, but let's see if there's something better. Should I take it from Vitra? I'm never using him. Maybe that's much better. Yeah, also the skill 3 accuracy makes a lot more sense compared to skill 2 accuracy. Ooh, skill 2 recovery speed up effect. This could also work, but this is just a little more efficient. Also has own target crit damage. We'll just use it like this for now, but we could always change it around. It's on speed speed crit rate HP. This destroy rune is really bad. I really need a better rune there. But I think that is my fastest slot 6 HP rune on destroy. So we just work with it. It does give us the 270 something speed that we need so that it goes after Deborah. How should we test this? I know that there's a counter to this. I don't have that one unit. I think it's Cade. How do you pronounce that unit? It's the Dark Poison Master. I think that's the main unit that is used for the counter. If you guys want to figure that out, then go watch Izurba's YouTube channel. He has a siege video that specifically deals with this defense, and he uses another dark tank. I think he uses also the DS. He also uses the 2A Jubel on it as well, and I think he finally tried a crawler version as well. I forgot the 2 other units, but they're free to play, so it should be fairly easy to counter this. But I think to deal with those counters, the best way to do it is go with a Despair Fiona or Vile, and then Vile Eshir. That's the only way, because that counter is a second turn team. It's not a first turn team. For this right now, if a first turn team comes in, I'm kind of screwed. So if they know that's slow, then they'll just come with a cleave and I'm GG'd. So that's another counter. So it's really hard for a standalone defense like this to get a lot of wins, because even if one person loses, they'll tell the guild, hey, this one's a Despair Vile defense. Just go in with a Lucian cleave and it should be Gucci. So there's just that flaw. Like, I want to see it doing well. So let's try using a Kinky. I did take off runes from this guy, but let's try adding one. I think it was a seal set, but we could give it an intangible. Just make it a little speedy. There you go. That's good. Okay, that one looks okay. Unfortunately, we have to take the Tetra lead for the 100 res. And we'll take skill 3 recovery. Taking less damage from dark, right? Or light. I guess you could make a choice there. We'll just take dark. Fiona or Eshir, pick your poison. We're gonna use the same Kinky that we're using for our siege defense, the updated Conrad, so it's decently fast, and then Feneka for the provokes. Let's see. I really need this to work. If this wins, then it's kind of weird, because this offense that I'm using is pretty weak. No stuns. There's the defense break. Oh shoot. Get rid of the defense break. Oh my goodness, I think we won. Let's try to kill the Fiona first. Oh, nice counter. That's big. No stun there. Nice stun. A lot of stuns coming in from our Fiona. Okay, we have skill 2 again. Okay, wait, here it comes. Good. Oh my goodness. That was almost 10k per hit. Wait. Good thing Fiona's going for... Oh my goodness. Oh, wait. Let's kill Fiona, please. No. Oh my goodness. I gave it decent amount of accuracy on Kinky, but what's going on? Oh my, yes, Vile's the way. Our seal's not landing either though, guys. Have you guys noticed? Ooh, oh my god, 5k per hit. But here comes the provoke. There it is, another seal. Oh, I think we got this. Wait, is this the comeback? This might be the comeback, guys. Oh, the decreased cooldown time. Oh my god, are we gonna kill Eshir first? Oh my goodness, he got the stun. No more stuns. Oh wait, Eshir's gonna... Oh no, Eshir did not die. No. Is Eshir dead? If you proc, we win. No! Nice! There's finally a seal set. Oh, there's a stun as well. Holy moly! And that's how you want it to go against second turn teams. Now, I'm going to show you that if they know that it's slow, they'll just take in a cleave, right? There's this one. Just forget about the 98% crit rate. I'm going to redo it if it doesn't crit once, okay? And we're going to take it into account if it crit 3 times. There you go. So they know it's slower. Boom. GG. I mean, what can we do there? We could try and actually update this by giving this at least minus damage from wind. Because I said I don't know what to give this. So the wind should be one thing. Kopsu is not being used right now, huh? 17%. Ooh, 20, but I'm using that, so I can't take that. And I really need the accuracy. Do we have anything better? And accuracy? On skill 2? No, I need that 21%. Because you saw that we were barely landing that. And then I think this can never survive illusion anyways, in any way. So I'm just going to go this way. So, yeah. I think that's the only way, but even in this case, I think there's no way that anything is surviving. So this is why this defense needs to be stacked in a tower. So like all the counters are used, all the cleaves are used, and then it gets harder and harder to deal with this with second turn teams as the siege goes on. That's the whole point of this defense. That's why in the beginning, yes, it will lose really easily, but as you stack it up more, and as soon as people start using up all the counters, oh, whoa, wait. So if they don't have a Marinade, we can get it to work. That's cool. Oh shoot, my camera died again. It does this sometimes. But again, if a Marinade comes in, then this team is not surviving. That's how I will build the defense. At least if I want to go the conventional way, that's how I'll do it. Now, if I change this to a trap, I think change the Eshir to a Swift build and make Eshir go first. At least that will allow the Fiona and to Deborah to move. I will keep the Despair and Vow build actually. I do think if the Fiona gets a lucky stun and the Deborah lands a defense break, then again, if the lucky stun is there, then Eshir might cut or will just take the natural turn and be able to kill a unit. So that could work. That could definitely deal with the more faster comps. There's two. So I think those are the two I would think of building. Forget about the Swift Fiona version because I think that's a little weak. I think it's either a Vio Eshir or a Swift Eshir that changes the outcome of this. Now this variance deals with the counter a lot better, the second turn counter that the Izurba talked about. And then if you go with the Swift variance, it'll be weak against that, but it will deal with anybody that tries with the cleave. Now in G3, I think everybody doesn't go with the cleave because they don't want to be like 100%, and I think the counterweight is a little safer, obviously, when they do not know the build, and they do that because they can't even risk losing an attack when they go in. Right now, for me, I'm saying that, oh, if a guildmate loses, they'll tell the guildmates, oh, that's a Swift or that's a second turn, so use that. In G3, they don't even want to do that. They want to make sure that they do not waste even that one sword. So that's how it is. That is why I think it is more prominent in G3 Siege, where they would rather use that counter than try to cleave things. And that's why they don't like it when you cleave things. Well, that's at least what I heard. I might be wrong, but that's what I got a lot of hate of from other G3 players. I think they say that I suck, but I know I suck. I know. Because I was using cleaves when I was on G3. Anyhow, that was it for this video, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Again, I'm going to see how this performs with this now tuned to this Robo, as we have seen that it deals with the Delphoid counter a lot better. And then we'll see how this does if it ever gets put up with the other Fiona defenses. I know there are there, so I'm hoping they go up. I did have to re-rune this one and this one as well because we took some runes, but they're still decent with the changes. I changed the Byung-Chul to a crit damage build, so actually that might do better. If you look at the defense logs, I think this definitely has to change. This one is surprisingly doing well in G1 still. This one as well. I mean, 33, 39 doesn't seem like it's too bad. Yeah, this is still in the positive, 102 and 87. It's been up for a while. This one, 53, 59, so that's in the negative. This one, 4059 is a negative. Now this one is new. Yeah, everything else is new, so we'll see how things go. I know I'm late to this party. Like that comment said, I'm months late for some of these defenses, but I'm just trying to help out the lower level people that do want to run these in G1 and G2, because they are running that. And sadly, not everybody can run meta stuff that G3 Siege is running. Anyhow, that was it. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys did, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.